Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tracy's Tuesday Talk. It is March 4th. March 4th. We're hearing lots of unhappy news in the news today, but I've got excellent news for you. I've got things that you can look forward to. So we are beginning the season of Lent on Wednesday. And as has been our tradition for a while, we get together for pancakes and short little Ash Wednesday service. So again, we're going to do Mardi Gras. We've done that for a couple years now, and we're doing it again this year. So Mardi Gras, pancake sausages, a wonderful band playing music, and then we'll do a short service of ashes afterwards. And so it is free. It is at Foothills United Church, just like last year, and it starts at 6 o'clock. So 6 to 8. And so do come with your families and eat lots of pancakes and eat lots of sausages and maybe do some dancing. I don't know, whatever you want to do as we kick off the season of Lent. We will end the day or the evening with Ash Wednesday service where we have a marking of the ashes, and we do that as a transition from a time of celebration and food and all those kinds of things into a season of Lent, which is a season of reflection. Some people give things up for the season of Lent. I would say give things up like give up judgment, give up anger, give up, I don't know, those kinds of things. You know what I mean. You don't need to give up your chai latte unless you feel called to do that. So that's the season that we begin with season of Lent. Our first Sunday of Lent is March 9th. We're doing a pulpit exchange, Marion and I. So I will be at Foothills United Church and she will be at St. Thomas United Church. And people, it is daylight savings time on March 9th. Don't forget your clocks. We're losing an hour. Spring ahead, yeah. And because it's daylight savings time, you know what that means. Pajama day. Pajama day. So wear your pajamas to church, wear your house coats to church, wear your slippers to church, whatever you feel like is appropriate for you that where you can celebrate a little bit of pajama day, do it. I'm doing the same thing at Foothills United, so I'm excited about that. So Marion will look after you on March 9th, daylight savings, pajama day, pulpit exchange. All those things. During the season of Lent, we are doing interfaith speakers as our Lent study. You might have seen the poster. It'll be, all the details are in the MailChimp or the bulletin. So every week we'll have a different speaker from a different faith tradition, and you have to watch your bulletins because some of them, I think 2 of them, are going to be field trips. The rest are going to be at Foothills United Church at 7. They all start at 7, but Foothills United Church at 7 on every Wednesday. All right, but watch out for those 2 that are field trips. I'm hoping that lots of people come to those and learn a little bit more about our intercultural and interfaith siblings. The last thing I want to tell you about was Pi Day. Pi Day is coming up on March 16th. Pi Day, of course, is March 14th, 3.14, like pi. And the United Church, Affirm United, has kind of absconded with it. And we are very proud to be celebrating Pi Day. And Pi stands for Public, Intentional, and Explicit About Our Affirming Identity. And so everything public, intentional, and explicit about our affirming identity will happen on Pi Day, Pi Sunday, which is March 16th. Some of you might have noticed that out in the narthex, in the foyer, there's a table with a quilt, a table runner, and a big board with envelopes with numbers on them. We'll talk a little bit more about that on Pi Day, but the quilt and the table runner are being auctioned off, and the final auction will happen during Pi Day after the service. But the board with all the envelopes and all the numbers is a fundraiser. And so for the last 2 years, this year will be our 3rd year of having a Pride Prom in June. This year it's June 14th. And so this is an opportunity for people to come to prom as they wish. as who they identify, how they identify that day even. Bring your partners, bring your families. It is a family-friendly event. Naked Faith Band is playing, and it has been a great success in years gone by. So tell your friends, tell whoever wants to come. It is a safe space for having prom in whatever way you identify and with whomever you want. And so that board with all the numbers on it, all the envelopes with the numbers on it, is our fundraiser. It is a 1 to 99 fundraiser. So you choose an envelope, and that number on the envelope signifies what you are willing to donate. And then inside the envelope are ways in which you can do that. You can either e-transfer, you can write a check or put cash in and put it in the little Pride church that's on that table, and you'll get your tax receipt, all those things. So if every one of those envelopes is taken and donated based on the amount of on the envelope, the number on the envelope, we will make over $5,000. So, and that's about the cost of a Pride Prom. We want to make sure that Pride Prom is free and that no one has to pay to come to Pride Prom. We want it to be a safe and welcoming and 100% free for people to attend. So this is why we do these fundraisers. So that's that. And Pride Sunday, it will include a worship service, of course, in the morning. We are sharing stories based on the Good Samaritan parable, and then after the service, upstairs we will have shepherd's pie and tarts for lunch, and also the traditional pie auction, silent auction, will happen at the same time. So we have people bringing, if you're willing to bring either shepherd's pie or tarts or pies for the silent auction, there's a sign-up sheet downstairs that you can sign up for. If you're willing to help do things in the kitchen and serve and all those kinds of things, there's also a sign-up sheet for that. And there's also going to be a queer art show and market. So we'll have some local artists that will be vendors at that, and that'll go until 1:30 in the afternoon. Well, 1-ish in the afternoon. So I'm hoping that you will come to that. If you are part of the 2S LGBTQIA plus community and you have a Good Samaritan story that you'd like to share based on your identity and your community, either a Good Samaritan story that has happened to you or that you were a Good Samaritan to someone else in the community, I would love to hear from you, and you could be one of the storytellers on that Sunday morning. What else? Oh, and we'll be featuring the pie song that our very own Sheila Humphrey wrote and John Robertson put music to. We will sing that together in the worship service. And it's just going to be a fun worship service. Marian's going to be here, and Ev's going to be here from Medicine Hat as your affirming chair, and it'll be awesome. Anyway, so there you go. There is lots to look forward to, even though today is a little bit of a depressing news day. But we will stand together. We will stay united. We will, together and united, we can be change makers, as we've talked about the last few weeks of being change makers. I believe it to be so, and I know you can help with that, and you can be with us when we do that. All right, everybody, have a great rest of the week, and enjoy Marion on Sunday. And I will enjoy the Foothills folks on Sunday, and we'll see you at some of the Lent events this week, Ash Wednesday, and coming up for the speakers. And don't forget Pi Day. Do spread the word about that. We'd love it to be very, very successful. Okay, everybody, have a great week. And remember, I see you and you are loved. Bye, everybody.